A contract termination to a contract extension. Luis Suárez.
You get a father type.
With Inter Miami, exactly.
Other time, apparently, is not undefeated.
Extends his deal through 2026. I mean, there were talks of him not continuing, obviously, in the next season. There's speculation also surrounding, obviously, his friend there, Lionel Messi. No more Sergio Busquets. No more Jordi Alba. Ale, were you surprised by this?
Yes. I was surprised, certainly from the perspective of Inter Miami. Mm-hmm. They saw it themselves. When it came down to the playoffs, when it came down to Mascherano making a decision as to what this team should look like during the playoffs, that did not include Luis Suárez. And this team was better because of it. Now, look, there's some out there that are going to say, how dare you? Oh, how dare you? Luis Suárez, if he plays, and when he plays next year, he'll score a goal here and there because he still has that in his game. Inside the 18-yard box, he can still finish. But he cannot get around the field. And look, it's a bare minimum when you play this game that you have to be able to run. And if you watch him run, it is painful. It is painful. You can see and you can feel how this guy's having difficulties getting around the field with any sort of speed, there's no explosion anymore. So really the chances have to fall to him, and then he's still good enough to finish those chances. Now, is that good enough for Inter Miami to make a run in the playoffs and win MLS Cup? Well, no. Right. As proven by the decisions made by Mascherano, in which he said, Allende, Silvetti, we need runners, because there's only one guy that can walk the field, and that's Lionel Messi. You can't have two guys doing it, and in the case of Luis Suárez, he's giving it the slow jog because he can't give you a whole lot more than that. So I'm surprised that Inter Miami went back and dipped their toe into the Luis Suárez pool. I would not have done it. It felt like a natural end to his time at Inter Miami, and they've decided to go in a different direction.
Luis Suárez is an impact player, or has to be. Late in games, you're a goal down, you've got the team, the opponent pinned deep into their own box.
Are we talking about 75th minute?
Correct, exactly. Yeah. You know, the team are defending this one-goal lead, and you need somebody who a loose ball falls to in and around the box who can finish. Luis Suárez can still finish. He still has those goal scorer's instincts that's made him, again, one of the best strikers of a generation. But to Ali's point, he doesn't give you a whole lot more. So now you have to ask yourself, whatever Luis Suárez's wage packet is, whatever he's carrying financially, is it worth it for that 15 minutes, whenever it may be needed, to make that little bit of a difference? Given who Inter Miami continue to be, you don't see them trailing many games, so you don't feel that impact is going to be that necessary, that important. Is that worth the money you pay Luis Suárez? Listen, financially, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of business sense.
Right.
It also doesn't make sense from the perspective of if you think about, and you cannot discuss Luis Suárez without bringing up behaviors. Mm-hmm. And it's only a fair conversation because he has made it into a fair conversation and a fair discussion. And so you think about his behavior just this past season, spitting on an old man after the game was over, and making it a point to actually get around people that were trying to keep him from engaging with this person. And he went around Ustari to then go ahead and spit on the old man. Now, that in itself should be reason enough if you're Inter Miami to say, hey, Luis, it's been great, but this really cannot go any further. And let's finish on a high. Let's finish on having won MLS Cup. It's been great. It worked out for you. It worked out for us. Go on and do whatever it is that you want to do next with your life. If you're willing to ignore that, which obviously Inter Miami are, and so is MLS for that matter, how about some of the behavior on the field? There was a point in which Luis Suárez got himself suspended just because he decided to donkey kick somebody in a very sensitive area. Out of nowhere. So it's not just the spitting incident that it's right there for you to see. There's also behaviors on the field that you kind of go, is that worthwhile? Do we really need to have this And is this player going to be so productive for us that we're willing to ignore all of this? That undoubtedly comes with the package.
Right.
Early in his career, it was all worthwhile. Now, I would suggest perhaps not.